hair product with me because they confiscated it at the airport. So. Okay, the crazy Jew from coastal California is now in the Midwest. I only have time for one, so I'm only going to do one. And I'm scared shitless, as someone said from our survey. And so here I go, and I'm happy to be here, and I just feel so connected to you, and thank you for allowing me this space to have a growth mindset and get out of my comfort zone. So this is my favorite icebreaker, and it's got a secret back door. It's got a hidden agenda. So here goes. Right. So this is it. I do it on the first or second day of the year after the initial warm-up, icebreaker, like, what's your name, what's the story of your name, blah, blah, blah. So this is what we're going to do. Get in just a huddle group, and we're just going to pretend someone needs a pen. If there's 4 of you, you need 1 piece of paper and 1 writing implement per group. So get ready to be a group of 4, or 3, or 5, or 10, or whatever you want to do. Just kind of huddle up. I always say the youngest is the scribe.
Everybody smile. I wanted to talk to you the whole time, but I really love reading your stuff. All right.
So I am almost 41.
Hey, age, one of the closest birthdays we know. Okay, so got it? Okay, if you don't have that figured out by now, fake it. All right, so I only tell the kids what their jobs are after they know who's oldest, eldest, youngest, because then they'll, I don't know. Anyway, so the youngest is the scribe, the next oldest is the timekeeper, the next, make sure everyone introduces themselves, because that's part of the deal. You don't want to talk to people and you don't know who they are. And then the eldest is going to be the speaker or reporter, and their job comes at the end, and I do it because they're the upperclassmen, and too bad for them. Okay, so here's your task. It's a timed task. Ready? You have 3 minutes to collectively come up with a favorite book, a favorite movie, and a favorite game that you all agree on. Ready? Go. what do you mean by game? I said, keep it appropriate. Beer pong is not appropriate. And then I give them 60 to 90 seconds to turn the paper over and list all the ways they used to come up with the decision. So if you would just take 60 seconds and that youngest person just scribble down all the ways you used to work as a team to come up with those book, movie, game. Go. The next thing I do is I go around in each group and I ask for one method until we get them all and nobody has anything else to contribute. I'll start with my favorite. Okay, so I'm making a list on the board, so I'll just start over here. What'd your group use? So you were surveying and you found something that everyone had in common. That may not have been your favorite, but you all knew it. Okay, keep going. Up over here. Sorry? Three nods. Oh, majority rule. Now look at how I'm massaging their, articulation. Over here. How you got to the answer? I don't care what the answer is. Brainstorming and seeing something, bless you, from another person's perspective. Yeah. Yeah. You modified the prompt. Can you tell us some more? Right, yeah, okay. So, your own interpretation. Kids' books. Good, excellent.
We ended up catering to like the person that seemed to be the pickiest or the seemed so they would start saying what they could see.
The loudest voice, the muscle person, Anybody else? Yes, Tracy. The pickiest person? Okay, thank you for the clarification. The pickiest person, or the person with the strongest opinion?
No, we meant like for the movies. Like they were all shouting out movies, and I was like, never seen it. I've never seen that one. I've never seen that. So they were trying to be like, what have you seen?
Any other different methods, Dennis?
We narrowed the list.
Narrowed the list.
Instead of trying to imagine every single book that we've ever read, which is maybe a lot, we said, what about math education books that we might have in common?
Yeah, my students say that all the time. Yeah, that's when they come up with, Hamlet is the favorite book they've ever read because it's the only one they've all read. Okay, so did anybody feel the pressure of time? Yes. Okay. So that's the hidden agenda. How do we work as a group? You're not going to get to pick the people on your team when you go into real life. You want to remember what the team dynamics are. I really like the reminder. How do you want to work as a group so it's effective and everyone's ideas are heard? So the notion that you have to put yourself in other people's shoes. So we just make this list, and really you almost always hit every team dynamic in the real world. And then we get up and we introduce their book, movie, and game, and who they are. and we laugh at them, and there you go, my favorite.